Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as teammate as the British forces, we have Panther Daddy. Wrong country for that name. Spawn on the right side as the Wehrmacht player, we have brandi, pollako, I think. Spawn as the other Wehrmacht player, we have Meter Paffay. Paffay sounds better. But yeah, I get the replays from gamesreplays.org. Relatively older site. Doesn't get, I think, a whole lot of traction much anymore, but it's good for the older replays. A lot of old games, you had to manually share the replays, and there was just no spectate button. And now, like, more modern games, such as Age of Empires 4, you have to go through their online web service. Pioneers received some good damage there from the infantry section right there.
From home.
And we do have the munitions point being captured up now. Fresh Jeep has been pulled out by the US player. Wagon has been pulled out as well. For the other teammate, he has gone for MG42. And now Pioneers engaged at close range by the intersection. Wagon's trying to engage the intersection now, getting some damage. But sort of facing in the wrong direction there. Jeep pushing forward, force back a Pioneer squad as the engineers are capturing up that strategic point. Got the HQ command truck now packed on up. Of course, he can pack it up while the US player can gather all the resources for him. Now the Jeep has flanked the MG42, but the Wagon's going to try to respawn. Pioneer's trying to repair the Wagon while in combat. And now the intersection is getting suppressed and pinned. Good damage there onto the Pioneer squad. Pioneer squad needs to fall back. And Jeep has to do quite a bit of damage right there. Jeep being pursued, and Jeep will likely go down to the Wagon. Wagon's plenty of health. Those running having trouble firing. There goes fires a burst. The Jeep, of course, cannot get inside the slit trench. And Rifleman Squad does not save his Jeep. We do have now the HQ command truck here. We've got a nice mortar emplacement as well. North, we've got another Wagon engaging the US engineers. US engineers are trying to just brace the truck, but they, of course, are out of range, and they will need fallback sooner rather than later or get wiped out. Rifleman Squad and Scope Rifle Squad being engaged by the Wagon and some Volks Grenadiers. Over here, Pioneers and Engineers engaging out. Pioneer squad needs to fall back. You've got good suppression coming out by the MG42. Both the Pioneers are down to one last model. And the US player did lose that squad of Engineers. Not this one, but the other one that I had selected got wiped out by that Wagon. Rifleman squad inside this garrison's a good fighting position, barring the fact there's no windows on the left and right side. The rest of the US players lost all of his engineers now. Two Wagons right here, one from each player, getting some damage onto these infantry sections. And now we do have a mortar emplacement, now firing away against these Wagons. Over here, Volks Grenadiers engage the Rifleman Squad. Rifleman Squads do have some good heavy cover in this region. Mortar placement trying to barrage down these Wagons. S. I guess that referring to a sniper is now on the field. There's an MG42. Rifleman Squad engaged by the Wagon. I hear a sniper as well. There's the Wehrmacht sniper. Does not get deployed, designated marksman right there from the entry section. And I hear it's something being deployed on out. Looks like he's going for, I think, the infantry support truck now. Volks Grenadiers are behind some heavy cover, trying to engage that slit trench. And mortar placement is rolling some misses right there. Over here, we've got the Rifleman Squad trying to capture that field point now. The Rifleman Squad does fall back. Ooh, 2 snipers, and they managed to get 2 kills on the retreat path. He's going to go for the wipe there. Does roll a double miss there. Does block the rifleman trying to get off another shot there. He may get 1 shot off on this model here. Does get that model there. This squad could be run down. Something got wiped out there. It appears to be a Volksgrenadier. Losing a Volksgrenadier like that would be quite problematic. Wait a second. How did some riflemen get there? I think I did grab some replays for him. I may have some. I can look around and see if I have any. If I have some already recorded, you can always go to my YouTube channel and try a search command for that name. Assuming it is that name, I don't know many people's Smurfs or other alternate names they like to use. Riflemen are getting picked off by these snipers. Trimvagen is in the region. He has getting multiple rifle squads in the mix, but this guy is very wounded and negative ground as well. He needs to perhaps fully retreat at this moment. Those 2 snipers will be very, very problematic. Other rifle squad now seeing some hits, as well as looks like some wipes somewhere else on the field. This rifle squad does get in front of the bunker, does receive a bit of burst there, but does not get suppressed. It does fall back. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, does force back these riflemen. We do got this Jeep out on the field.
Fast deployment.
Fast deployment? That was armor, right? Or was that infantry? I only heard like fast deployment.
Jeep is ready. Pretty good. Jeep is ready.
Pioneers are capturing this munitions point now. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, trying to pursue the Jeep. Jeep is a little bit wounded. The Jeep needs to stay alive in order to engage those snipers, which are right there. We do have a landmine here as well. I heard M from mine, so he may have spotted the landmine. Bren's squad receiving some sniper hits there. The sniper's been very, very mobile. He's been really microing the camouflage ability. He's trying to move around without in camouflage, and when they're aiming, he turns some camouflage on to protect them. Very, very good micro there on the snipers, that's for sure. Pioneers repairing the point, or the Trimvagen. We do got a T-17. Ooh, that's one of the rarest things to see in the game. That's probably rarer than seeing kangaroos, honestly. It's that, kangaroos, and Geschützwagens are probably the rarest things to see. Thank you. T-17 is advancing forward. We do got the Volksgrenadiers falling on back. T-17 is advancing. And there's no landmines right there. We do have a Kriegsberg here. Let's go and take a look at everybody's resources doctrines. We know he's gone for, I think it was infantry doctrine, I believe it said, rapid reduction. Here, Panzerfaust, but still trying to go with the Panzerfaust. Fires, lines up, fires, and it connects. And now we've got Stormtroopers. Okay, that doctrine's revealed. So one has gone for Blitzkriegs, and Stormtroopers have been deployed now. Trimvagen's got a nice little... He has trapped the Staghound. He may want to charge through the Stormtrooper squad, and only gets a main gun destroyed crit. I don't think the Staghound or the T-17 can receive penetrating shots there. And Panzerfaust does go ahead and finish off this T-17. Okay, we do have a Jeep. Let's go and take a look at everybody's doctrines. The Brit, likely, I'm guessing Royal Artillery. That's basically pretty much standard. Trimvagen is recently from fire. We've got another T-17 deployed on out. PS have been deployed on out as well. He has got a squad of Piets, but the T-17 is receiving a bit too much fire there. Panzerfaust is firing. Panzerfaust gets a main gun destroyed crit, not a death crit. MG42 here. I wonder, the MG42 may be able to get some penetrating shots on the rear armor, because it does have slightly higher than 1 penetration. At least it's what it's like in Company Heroes 2, but does not. For this Panzer League player, he has not Panzer League player. Wehrmacht player has not selected Doctrine just yet. And down here we do have, of course, the Blitzkrieg as well. So we got two unknown doctrines so far. Jeep engaged by the Schimwagen. Schimwagen, of course, can engage the wounded Jeep. We have some brand guns here, which can go ahead and button the Schimwagen. Does immediately buttons the Schimwagen there. Wehrmacht snipers are advancing forward. They have right now 8 and 11 kills. The Schimwagen has damage into crit now. Over here, T-17 receiving some bears. Another squad of stormtroopers has been pulled out. He's going for mass stormtroopers. 45 pounder has pulled out. I do not see any boards there, so he's not gone for Royal Engineers. Highly likely, as I mentioned beforehand, Royal Engineers. Not engineers, artillery. You know, it's one of the more rare things as well. Churchills. People don't go for regular Churchills. No, probably the rarest thing I've ever is probably the artillery officer. That's another rare asset you hardly ever see. Stormtroopers are advancing forward. Got double. No, just one Panther on this squad. One Panther on this squad. He's trying to hunt down these various British structures. Mortar emplacement does receive a Panther shot there. That casualty clearance station received a shot there as well. Snipers advancing forward. We got a big wave of British force here. We've got scope rifles, Brens, Piets, Lieutenant, Captain, 25 pounder barrage, and that's trying to hit that region. Mortar emplacement does go down to the stormtroopers. Casualty clearing station's quite wounded. Hasn't received any casualties yet. Maybe not. It hasn't, or maybe just already got an entire squad, but that's unlikely. Now we do have a Stu now available. First teammate, he has not sunk any doctrine so far. Trying to hit these stormtroopers. This casualty clearing station is one shot away from death. He's actually trying to hit those take up the 25 pounder as well. Casualty clearing station does go up, but does scale. Lose a couple of placements there. 25 pounder is set on up. We got an unusually large number of T-17s. You hardly ever see one, and that's going to be 2, 3, and number 4. Pack 38 has been pulled on out. Panther does connect from the Grenadier squad. Gold for gold repair, so he has gone for armor doctrine. Main gun destroyed crit there as well. T-17s are staying alive. Does get out of control crit there now. More Panther shots onto the T-17s. Trying to focus down the Pack 38. We've got some British infantry advancing forward as well. Pack 38 does go down. Panther squad does fall back. Stormtroopers are down to 2 models each. That's not exactly great. Boy, designated marksman could be very effective as a stormtroopers, potentially get a squad wipe. Now we do have a fresh, that is a Stu, not a Stug. Trying to engage these intersections now. Lineup shot. Forces back one of the intersections there. Boy, designated marksman, nope, unable to get it cast. Over here, looks like the Schimwagen's engaging these rifleman squad. Rifleman squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Up north, we've got the T-17 advancing forward. That's a Stu shot, not a 25 pounder shot. Pack 38 receives some fire there. Throwing some rounds into the tree. Got these stormtroopers that could be focused down. Does take out the Pack 38. There's a line of sight blocker right there. So the stormtroopers are having trouble finding angle. They also got a line of tank traps here to wipe out the Wehrmacht player. And T-17s are going to go ahead and skirmish around a little bit more. Does fall back. Stu and do some damage for the T-17. Just that they both do pitiful amount to each other.
Yes, sir.
Both Grenadiers catching up the flank. Pack 38 has been. That's a fresh. Nope, one kill. This was not fresh. Grenadier squad, regular Grenadier being upgraded with another Panther Shrek. Volks Grenadiers. Looks he does have Veteran C1 as well. Looks like both Wehrmacht players have Veteran C1 infantry. No Veteran C on the support units for both players. And over here, no Veteran C on light vehicles. No Veteran C on tanks. If I could get inside that HQ, maybe or something. Engineers could get inside as well if he wants to maintain the control building. Oh, that looks like officer artillery, so he's gone for royal artillery. So this player, Wehrmacht player I've selected, so only person we don't know what doctrine is selected, or has not selected just yet. T-17s trying to gauge these stormtroopers. Stormtroopers both have one Panther. We're seeing a bit of fire from these T-17s. Over here, looks like got a mass retreat from the Brit, trying to save this 25-pounder. Now I got efficiency 2 onto the Blitzkrieg player. Right from behind, some heavy cover right there. And now we got the Stu advancing forward. Over here, Lieutenant and just British infantry advancing forward. The captain is right there. It's going to take time and salvage up that it's T-17. You got a heroic charge pushing forward. Misses the deploy designated marksman there because he was retreating back. And if it does roll, miss as well. British forces are going to be sprinting on forward. Got some damage there onto the MG42. Stu's advancing forward, finds a good hit there on the P8 squad. And the MG42 squad does fall back. Mass retreat coming out by the British forces now. Right from now inside this garrison, got the 2 squads of grenadiers with Panther engaging from behind heavy cover. Panther does roll a miss there as well. And down here, we do got the stormtroopers advancing forward. We got some defenses here. U.S. engineers does take out the British HQ command truck. Up north, we got the T-17s rolling around, or rotating around. The British forces all retreating him back. His teammate doesn't have a tree house there yet, so he doesn't have access to any healing there. And there may have been a captain retreat there. Yeah, there was a captain retreat right there. T-17s rolls a bounce there onto the Stu, and Stu does get a direct hit there. Pack 38 gets some more important hits. Damage to crit there. Stu finds another hit there. Charging forward for passive pulse there. Firing a passive pulse there, but the Stu actually managed to get a kill. And the Stu does go down to the 17-pounder. 25-pounder has been deployed on out. Over on the right side, we do have still a ever-growing number of T-17s. US AT gun is in the region as well. But right now there's 5 T-17s. That is a very rare thing to see. He is armor doctrine. He could potentially get a VP capture of these things, as well as get Allied War Machine. He does have field repair. Pack 38 sitting on up. We got the Stormtroopers camouflaging forward, trying to get a good ambush. He does have double Panther on this squad, as well on this squad as well. He does get out another Stu, which we use for versus the Brits, but honestly, finds the snipers, not paying attention. Like the Stormtroopers, loses one there. Deploy doesn't make, and takes out both snipers both. No, deploy doesn't make marksman there. Grenadiers to decrew the 17-pounder. Because he's going to be focused firing it now. I have a bit of trouble with that. T-17 may get spotted by these Panstrix and will quickly get killed off there. And the British forces do fall back. Stormtroopers advancing forward. Panther firing now, gets 2 hits there. The other squad's not firing at the moment. Global repairs have been activated. Does get a hit there, but was unable to get off another shot. T-17 does throw a lot of rounds into that casualty cleaning station. Pollako has engineers repair it up for his teammate. And these grenadiers getting ripped apart by all these forces. Somehow this squad stays alive. I could have sworn that was going to be a squad right there. But both squads actually managed to escape on out of there. T-17's rolling around, making some hits there onto the observation post. Pack 38 set up in the wrong angle. Stormtroopers find some hits there onto the Stag Hound. Wait, no, that is an actual Stag Hound, not a T-17. It was by habit called a Stag Hound, but it was actually a Stag Hound. Looks like the Wehrmacht player has gotten battle phase now, has 5 command points to boot. Pack 38 has not received much damage right there at all. The Pioneer squad may go down. Pack 38 firing away against these other Steer Hounds. And some of these Steer units are getting quite wounded. One of those got out of control. It does take out one of the Pack 38. Trimvagen now seeing some fire there. Something going out there. Fresh Wehrmacht sniper. You know, if you're British force advancing forward, trying to overrun these various infantry units. It's a lot of AT guns, which is good. But at this point in time, against all these Stag Hounds, and maybe a good idea to go for Panzer IV, something to hit both them and infantry. You don't exactly need a Panther versus these guys, and a Panzer IV could be a good mix. Pack 38 now receiving some artillery fire.
Pioneer squad reports. Replacements have arrived.
And the engineer squad does fall back. Sappers, scope rifles, Brens are all advancing forward trying to hit these grenadiers. Grenadiers have 2 levels of veteran C. So does the stormtroopers at the moment. No level 3 just yet. You got some good damage there. Grenadiers did drop a model there. This Grenadier's a little bit wounded as well. But these units will stay alive. Deer Hounds, Stag Hounds are advancing forward. Does get a lot of damage onto them, but the global affairs will keep them topped off. There's no landmines here. These Pioneers could get focused down right there. Another unit here. I think there was a Pack 38 that was there, but maybe not. Maybe it was a landmine detonation there. That's why these guys are wounded. Stag Hounds getting some good damage onto his opponent's HQs. Or not HQs, but structures. These Pack 38s are set up at a wrong angle. And he does find an opening right there. Yep, these guys, Greyhounds and T-17s, like to squeeze through what shouldn't be squeezed throughable. But it's there. We do have now a priest deployed on the field, not a sexton. We used a couple years too items.
Carry on, your fallen brother struggle.
And he has gone for Terror Doctrine. Terror Doctrine would be quite handy. Propaganda War is nice. It looks like he also has Zeal as well. Going for the V1 would be half bad, but I think he's going down. Never mind. Volks Grenadier Squad does fall back. The holy crap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's keep them selected since there's so many Stag Hounds. Mass Stag Hounds advancing forward. They may find an opening once again. Pioneers advancing forward. Got the Pantrex here. Getting some good hits there. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a very wounded engineer who's back at home. No triage center for him. Pantrex are getting suppressed there by the actual Stag Hounds. Deerhound or T-17 is here to support as well. We do have now a Tiger Panzer now deployed out on the field from the Blitzkrieg player. No levels of veterancy just yet, but he's fighting against T-17s. T-17s do have a stunning smoke shot that could be used to great effect here. I have no idea how effective that is versus Tiger tanks. I genuinely have no idea. We have now the Bren guns, scope rifles trying to focus down the Pack 38, but the P8s are doing a better job at that. Gigapons are rotating on over. Do have the T-17 going around capturing points. Very, very nice. 25 pounders firing up barrage, or should I say priest? Same difference. Oh no, the priest has actually a 105, not 25 pounder. Sections have a 25 pounder. Headquarters command truck going to see some fire there. The 50 cal of the priest does have suppressive capability, but goes out of control as well. It can die. T-17 has a bit of a shooting gallery in front of them there as they run away. We You have global repairs being activated for the T-17s as well. They're all their health are topped off. You've got a recrewed AT gun, or maybe it's rebuilt. Tiger Panzer are advancing forward. The Allies do have a triple capture in their favor as well. The Axis players have trouble capturing those points. T-17 in the corner will have a good job of keeping that area secure as well. He's going to need to bring on these stormtroopers. Decides not to advance through those tank traps. Pack 38 camouflage over here. Staghound engaging the Tiger tank, but he's not T-17, can't use stunning smoke. We could see these Bren guns getting a button right there, but won't accomplish all too much other than Saul's opponent. Does get the sun right there, and now here comes the tide of T-17s. Something went down right there, could have been Pioneer. See some... Oh, there goes a sniper actually. And here comes the T-17s, butting a vehicle. Does get some penetrating shots there, some deflection damage as well.
100 points and counting down.
T-17s are engaging. The button has worn off. And he can use global repairs to keep his guys topped off so that they get hit. Damage engine crit there from the Piets. Oh boy, I would not be one. Wait, that's a kangaroo.
War machine is preparing to go.
That's a kangaroo. I don't know why. Of all the things, this is what is going on in this game. The T-17 spam was enough, but now it's like, no, just top it off. There's a kangaroo.
Our forces are taking casualties.
What? Kangaroos can potentially be good. You could probably should load up the Bren gun in the back of the kangaroo. AT gun now receiving some deadly hits there from these Panther trucks. The gun itself is almost destroyed. T-17 is trying to save it. There goes the AT gun entirely, but the Tiger tank is dead, so he doesn't really need it at the moment. He does use global repairs right now to get some much needed health. Panzer IV has been pulled on out, very good. I'm not so sure now thinking about it. How effective is a Panther IV versus 8 T-17s? Make that 9 T-17s? I genuinely have no idea. Kangaroo has been loaded up. Let's select the British player. I'm a bit curious about the... Oh, looks like it's filled up with 2 sets of Piets. It does have a good concave of units that can fire from the back of it. So it has 6 open slots there, and it can fire multiple angles. So let's go on the Bren gunners there as well. 25 pounder, or no, that's a officer artillery now raining on in. Probably from the captain. And right now, the Volksgrenadiers are receiving quite a bit of fire right there. The Volksgrenadiers fully get wiped out. T-17s are engaging the Tiger tank, being destroyed right there, trying to decap the munitions point there. And that T-17 does go down to the Tiger Panzer. Tiger Panzer does have 1 level of Veteran C. And looks like the armor command truck for the Brits have actually gone down. Fall to this Grenadier squad right there. So this is all he has. See a bit of fire there, throws out a grenade there. That's going to be a deadly grenade. Does take out the infantry section there, the Bren gun squad. The officer could pick up the Bren gun. Probably a good idea for the officer to pick up the Bren gun. He was not paying attention to those squads. We do have now the garrison crewed up by the stormtroopers. Lots of T-70 shots in there, so there's going to be a lot of holes in that building. It's maybe very holy, but it's not a religious site. Tiger tank gains some damage right there. I think the US player may need to get out some field repair really soon. There's a lot of stuff damaged, and one thing instead. He does have Allied War Machine, does not have enough munitions for field repair, and it also was on cooldown. Tiger tank has seen a bit of fire from the T-17s. And does take out one of these T-17s now. Right now, he needs some support to gauge that Tiger tank. Those T-17s are just simply not fast enough to get to the rear of the Tiger tank. Getting his teammate to button the vehicle would be quite nice, but he did lose his Bren squad, so he may not have access to a button. On the right side, we do have the Kangaroo advancing, and these EX squads are not reinforced. Maybe look at these. He's going to take time to repair it up.
They're going after a fuel point. One of ours.
Volksgrenadiers are capturing that fuel point now. You have the Panzer IV. It is a little bit wounded. Perhaps got wounded by those EX on the back of the Kangaroo.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
Fire some shots there. Get some great hits. And destroyed engine crit there. The Kangaroos are getting some more hits there. Needs to rotate more around. Main gun destroyed. And the Kangaroos receiving quite a bit of AT guns there. There's just not enough support for that Kangaroo. Now got some also artillery now raining on in. Main gun destroyed crit again on the Panzer IV. And he simply couldn't... Never mind. He got the kill on the Panzer IV with the artillery. T-17 is engaging the Tiger Tank. Tiger Tank is quite wounded. His field repair is now on cooldown and not enough conditions for it as well. The Panzer IV has been pulled out. Got some Panzer shots hitting these T-17s. And it looks like the casualty clearing station has gone down, and with that, also the VPs have ran out. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.